it was actually just, it never gets easier because there's always something to figure out, but...
She was America's sweetheart. He was one of the biggest stars in Hollywood. Together they looked like a fairy tale. But behind the red carpet smiles and glossy magazine covers was a story of control, fear, and one woman's silent escape. This is what really happened between Katie Holmes and Tom Cruise. They met in 2005. Katie Holmes, fresh from the success of Dawson's Creek, was young, radiant, and full of dreams. Tom Cruise was already a legend. From Top Gun to Mission Impossible, he was the face of blockbuster cinema. When they stepped out as a couple, the world went wild. Paparazzi followed their every move. They were nicknamed Tomcat, and in April 2006, they welcomed their daughter, Suri Cruise. But almost immediately, the story started to shift. Katie, who once spoke freely and laughed openly in interviews, became quiet. Her public appearances were controlled. Her interviews felt scripted, and everything somehow started to feel off. Much of the concern centered around Scientology, the controversial religion Tom Cruise is deeply devoted to. Katie was raised Catholic, but after marrying Tom, she was suddenly surrounded by Scientologists, handlers, advisors, monitors. Some reports even claimed she wasn't allowed to speak freely without someone from the church present. Her father, a lawyer, became worried. Friends stopped hearing from her. And as the years went by, Katie seemed to disappear inside the relationship. Then in 2012, like a scene from a spy movie, she made her move. Katie Holmes filed for divorce from Tom Cruise in secret. While he was out of town, she used a disposable phone. She stayed in a hotel under an alias. She hired 3 law firms, one in New York, one in California, and one for custody. Because this wasn't just about her, it was about protecting her daughter. Reports say Katie feared that Suri was being drawn into the Church of Scientology, and she wanted out before it was too late. Tom Cruise was blindsided. He later admitted, "I didn't expect that." And honestly, neither did the world. Katie's escape worked. She won full custody of Suri. She distanced herself from the church, and she never looked back. Since then, Katie Holmes has stayed quiet. No dramatic interviews, no tell-all books. She focused on raising her daughter, living a low-key life in New York City, and slowly rebuilding her identity on her own terms. Tom Cruise, meanwhile, continues to thrive professionally. But his relationship with Suri, it's complicated and reportedly distant. In the end, Katie Holmes did something truly rare in Hollywood. She chose peace over publicity, and she walked away not to get attention, but to protect the one thing that mattered most: her daughter. This wasn't just a divorce, it was a silent rebellion and a quiet victory, because sometimes the strongest move a woman can make is the one no one sees coming.